all with the same power level as Raditz. That's right. He was so weak, we could actually grow Raditzes!
Oh, Bandai, but I get it. It's a meme. The fact is, if you want to take a leader, one of the most universally recognized as terrible leaders of this game's existence, and decide, you know what, let's change his wording, let's errata him, let's make him a little more usable, but we still have to make him unplayable. That's the key, right? So in one of the more recent announcements on the Facebook group, basically they went down a list of cards from the next set, a reprint set, which I am incredibly grateful that they're finally doing. There are so many cards in this game that need a reprint, which I will be talking about in a follow-up video where we actually talk about that properly. But what I want to talk about more than anything else is this Raditz. So here they are, the reboot champions of tomorrow. Here they are today, Raditz. When this card attacks, your opponent chooses one card in their hand and sends it to their warp. Once per turn, look at the top 5 cards. If it's a Raditz or a Vegeta or a Nappa, add it to your hand and then discard one. And when your life is at 4 or less, or you have a green unison with a specified cost of 3, you may draw one card, switch one of your energy to active mode, flip this card over. Let's look at the other side. On the other side is Raditz Brotherly Revival. Once per turn, when this card attacks, your opponent chooses one card in their hand and sends it to their warp. And if your opponent has 4 or more non-black cards in their warp, this card gains critical for the turn. Following up, we got place 4 non-black cards from your opponent's warp at the bottom of the owner's deck in any order. And then at the start of your main phase, this card gains triple attack for the turn. Let's talk about these cards, shall we? Let's start off positive. Let's look at all the good things about these cards. And I actually noticed something else bad just now. I didn't even think about it when I was writing the script for this, or talking about this before. Anyway, let's look at the good thing. So improvements, very obvious ones. First of all, on the front side, when you just attack anything, rather than attack a leader card, which is already a massive improvement. There's an alternative awakening condition in terms of it playing a 3-cost green unison, and it also draws on the awaken as opposed to just 3 standing in energy. For some reason it just decided to be the worst awaken of all time on the original, and now at least he's equal. Good. And on the backside you have the chance to gain a triple attack critical. Again, that's not bad. Not bad. So overall, is this better than the original? Yes, it is. It's very much better than the original. Absolutely. Unfortunately, there is one glaring, massive problem with it. That kind of one word, kind of two half words. Non-black. To think that you are essentially dead on arrival if your opponent plays this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this. I mean, it's even worse than sitting down with your Janemba or your cooler deck against Vegex. It's just one of those kind of things that, like, you are dead on arrival. There is no chance for you in those matchups. Let me set the scene for you. Imagine you rock up to your weekly casual event with your new Raditz deck. Your new green Raditz deck. You're all so excited to play it. Everyone's laughing at the meme, laughing at the comedy, haha. Then your opponent decides to drag out a deck that they want to play. Their Sin Shenron Black deck. They like the deck, they think it's spicy, they think it's fun, they want to give it a go. And you kind of just slowly raise your hand and say, can you not play that? Because if you play that, I literally cannot function. Now, hold on a sec. I understand what you're going to say, Like, not every card in the game can be competitive. Not every card should be expected to function on a competitive level. And I understand that, and I agree with that. But there has to have at least a chance. There has to have something going on there. There shouldn't be a game you go into that you just insta-lose. There should not be a game where you put down your leader, you look at your opponent's leader, and go, oh, I think I'll just scoop it up. Also, something about this is kind of weird, which I've noticed just now, is that the entire backside of it is completely counterintuitive in a way. Not only does it basically become a Awakened side which does literally nothing against a black deck, but that second auto, it says, place 4 non-black cards in your opponent's warp at the bottom of the deck at the start of your main phase, meaning you can't even go into this after setting up their warp previously that same turn. This has to be the first thing you do entering your main phase. I don't know, like the deck needed any more of a handicap. There it is, rage and ready to go. So in the end, Bandai once again coming through, showing that just because they're going to errata a card doesn't mean they're going to make it good, and just because the card itself isn't good doesn't mean it's not fun to play, because I'm sure it still will be fun. I'm sure someone will probably find some really good way to run it. It's just bad. It's just bad. So I hope you're up to date now with all the new Raditz news, Radish news. If you enjoyed that, please give it a like or a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.